Hi guys, how are you doing? I have been very sick with COVID for the last over a week now, and I had a lot of time to think about life and go within and think about things. So I came up with several reflections and I wanted to share them. But well, before we start, please excuse my voice and also the way that I look. I had to put on glasses because I look half dead still, but I hope that it's not very obvious. So I have had to work a lot on acceptance in the last days because I was not able to move for most of the time, or like think or breathe or smell or taste things, which I realized was way more important to me than I was aware of. And I had to do quite a lot of work to get to the point where I am right now because I have accepted the things the way that they are. And it was always one of the most difficult things for me to do, honestly, like just accepting, because I'm so kind of like, oh no, let's change it, let's go and like work on it and we can change it. And you can definitely change many things, you can definitely work on things, and you can definitely make your life better, and I'm all for it, and I'm still like that. But what I'm trying to say is that in order to, like, if you are on maps and you want to get from point A to point B, you need to know exactly where you are in the point A in order to get to the point B. Because otherwise, if you plan a route from point A to point B and you're not really in point A, but you're in point C, or you think that you're in point C and you start making the route from there, you will have a problem because you will not get to the point B because the route will be different and incorrect. So, in order to get to where you want to get, first you need to accept and be very honest with yourself about where you are. So let's take the case with the smell that I had and I still have. So I was really attached apparently to my sense of smell because it was always very strong, and it was one of the biggest like source of information for me from the outside world. And suddenly I couldn't smell anything, everything tasted like plastic, and I was furious about it. Like I did not accept it at all. Like there was zero acceptance at this point. I would stop eating because everything just tastes like nothing, and I just didn't want, like I would get so angry that I couldn't eat anymore. So I worked on that with my facilitator. That was the first thing that I told her. Like I get so angry and I cannot accept the situation as it is right now, and I need to, because this is just making me even sicker. No one can get well when they feel so angry. And it started coming back, by the way, and I take it as a game. Like I get to go around the house and like smell things, and I cannot do anything about it right now, and being angry about it will not help anyone. It will not help me. It will just poison my life. I will be angry and upset all the time, and I don't want that. So putting me aside, in general in life, I think it is very important. Like one of the first things that my facilitator told me when I just started working with her about 3 years ago was, she was like, Anna, now you're running a marathon with a knife in your leg. And in order to get better, you need to first stop running and accept that there is a knife in your leg, then get the knife out, give the leg the time that it needs to heal, and then you can start running the marathon again. But you cannot pretend that nothing is happening because it's just killing you. And I didn't, I was like, what is this? I didn't understand it at all. And now I think like 3 years later, finally I understood. Yeah, so if you pretend to be more enlightened or better than you actually are, you are not giving yourself the space and the time to heal that you actually need. And it's very counterproductive because you will put more pressure on yourself than you are ready to face, or you will just hurry yourself up, and this hinders your progress a lot. Like accepting where you are gives you more in terms of progress than working twice as hard, because you will be kind of working against acceptance because you're not accepting, so you're like fighting against something that is still there anyway, and you cannot do anything about it like before you accept it, because when you're fighting, you're not being constructive. And then when you accept it, that it's there, and or you're there where you don't want to be right now, for example, you can start working from there, because at least then you're aware of where you are and what steps you need to take in order to get better. Also, I think acceptance is very big in Buddhism. The fact that like all the suffering comes from desire. So desire of something either that we don't have, being somewhere where we are not. So basically just being unhappy with the situation which we are in right now. And I'm not saying that you have to just accept everything as it is and never want to change anything. I I want to change everything, like, all the time. I think you should be moving forward all the time and like changing things and growing and challenging yourself and getting out of your comfort zone, and I'm all for that. But I think in order to do that, you need to first accept where you are right now and be very honest with yourself about it. For example, let's say you were let go from a job and you're so pissed that you spend like all of your energy talking bad things about your ex-boss, or talk to all of your friends about how unfair the situation was and how everything is so bad right now, and you just refuse to accept that this is where you are. And in order to start moving forward, and probably now you want to find another job or change your life or maybe move somewhere else, and the energy that you could be putting into that goal, you're putting into resisting the situation that is at hand right now, which is super counterproductive, because if you would work through that and let it go, then you would give yourself a lot more energy and a lot more space to be constructive and proactive and change your life for the better. In all of the work in respect to ourselves that we're doing, accepting the situation as it is without giving up, but just saying, okay, this is what it is, like, right now. I'm here. Yeah, that was my reflection of a week of COVID. I think I had more reflections. I will make more videos. But for now, that's it. I hope that you're having a nice time, nicer than me. Let me know if you have had any problems with acceptance like I used to have, or if you're still having them. If you have any thoughts about this, tell me about how your summer or winter is going if you're in the other hemisphere. Okay, love you very much, guys. Be kind to yourself and to everyone else. And see you in the next one.